I gotta get back in the swing of things. Sunday morning, 6:15, headed to Hometalk HQ in Jerusalem. Gonna be there most of this week. Lots going on with this company. Watch this space. Back from Hong Kong. I've been to a lot of places recently. I've been to a lot of places throughout my career, throughout my life. Hong Kong has got to be my favorite place on planet Earth. The culture there, the vibe, you feel like you're in the Jetsons. Honestly, the vibe there is so cool. Everybody there is so chill and mellow, and I guess the sharp contrast between that and Paris made me fall in love even more, but honestly, the people, the culture, humidity aside, that place is definitely at the top of my list. I cannot wait to go back. Really was an amazing event, an amazing city, just overall an amazing experience. That's as far as Hong Kong. Oh, and there was this, the Huawei P10. Let's see if we can focus in on this thing. Yeah, anyway. And I'm using manual focus. I got a lot of comments about my excitement over the autofocus things, but now I'm using manual. Anyway, this phone, the Huawei P10, I'm still using my iPhone, but I'm walking around with both of these right now, and I'm strongly considering moving over to this phone because honestly, the advantages that iPhone used to have are pretty much gone, and anything you could do on iPhone, you can mostly do on Android. Literally the only reason that I'm still with iPhone right now is iMessage. That's it. Everything else I can do on this phone and better. The camera on this Huawei P10, it is not to be believed, honestly. Really, it's just, it also feels amazing. Like, it feels great in the hand. It really is a great phone. By the way, full disclosure, Huawei sent this to me. If you want to say that makes me subjective, then so be it, but I do love this phone. That's the second thing I wanted to tell you. The third thing is I want to talk to you a little bit about my day today. So I just came back from Hometalk. As you know, I'm an advisor there. And every Sunday they do this big wins session where they talk to the whole company. A few people get up and talk. I got up and I talked about just the culture in Hometalk and how they're so unique and people love coming there and hitting milestones, and it's really a unique company. But one of the big wins that they announced was a record-breaking day yesterday. And I know that the company's doing incredibly well. I know that their growth is absurd, but then they announced these numbers. You ready for this? Yesterday, one day, 24 hours. In the last 30 days to Hometalk. This is a company sitting in Jerusalem with 50 to 60% of the workforce being ultra-Orthodox women who are coding. This is a company that did not raise any external funding. This is a company that's just remarkable on so many levels, and honestly, I pinch myself that I am fortunate enough to be advising this company. Really, just a truly remarkable company, Hometalk.com. If you're into DIY, or even if you're not into DIY, as in do it yourself, you really need to check out Hometalk.com. And that is all I have to say about that. Now, I want you to meet an old friend of mine. Did you turn your phone off?
Do I?
Is your phone going to ring in the middle of my interview with you?
My phone is always on silent.
Good. Who are you?
I am...
Wait. I didn't ask you what you do. I just asked you who you are. You're Mayer Reich.
I'm Mayer Reich.
How long do you know me? How long do I know you?
I don't know, 10, 11 years old? Something like that.
10, 11 years. I'm like, I know you a lot longer than that. 10, 11 years. So that's, you just...
What is that, like... Yeah, you're
70, 80 years
42, so yeah.
No, dude, that's not even funny. Don't make such jokes. All right, so you grew up in New York, moved to Israel, been a CEO of a top, I would say, marketing company. I don't know if I should say what it is, or you not want to go there. Or?
Of course we can.
All right, so Rank Above is your company. It's a top SEO firm, but like good SEO, the good guys, not like when you think SEO, some people think
most of the time.
Right. Okay, so now you're doing this thing. What is this thing? Where are we? Give me some background here.
We are in TeamUp. We are building a company which is focused on...
Loosen up a bit, man. Loosen up. You're standing so stiff for. What is this?
You gave me the most uncomfortable chair in the room.
Yes, well, it's your chair, dude. Okay.
Oh, right. No, the chairs are...
Wait, what's the domain? TeamUp what?
TeamUpIL.com.
Okay. So what is TeamUp?
TeamUp is a managed workspace based in Beit Shemesh, Israel, and we are planning to roll this out to additional cities in Israel as well in the US.
All right, so the obvious question that I'm sure all you guys are thinking is why?
Why Beit Shemesh or why?
First, why in general?
Managed.
There's there are companies out there, many companies doing co-working spaces, etc.
So there's some fantastic companies out there in Israel. Certainly, there's WeWork, which is one of the biggest players out there. You have Mindspace, you have Urban Place, all great companies, but they're all focused on serving primary real estate markets, whether it be Herzliya, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and TeamUp is looking to serve secondary real estate markets, which is focused on smaller cities in the periphery.
Got it. So Beit Shemesh is your first one, right?
So Beit Shemesh is our first one.
And tell me about this place.
And
then we'll talk about what I'm doing here.
So we're trying to create, I would say, a little bit less around community. That's not really our main focus. There are a lot of small companies in cities like Beit Shemesh and others that either can't afford large spaces to do the construction themselves. They just are looking to pay monthly rent, no long-term commitment. So we created a beautiful space for them to work out of. And as an additional bonus, they also get to network and meet other people in their city that they may not have known and do business with them. And we've actually had a bunch of that already.
Our sarcastic relationship, we have this thing, we're very sarcastic, but that aside, this happens to be a very awesome place. It's the truth. Like, objectively, I've member or have been to, hung out in all the co-working spaces in Israel. Each one has its pluses and minuses, but I would say in terms of the design and like the attention to detail here, not that I'm like an interior designer, but it looks super cool. And the biggest perk of TeamUp is what?
I would say probably my personality.
I wasn't going for that. Anything else you could think of?
The biggest perk is our coffee machine, I would say, is absolutely fantastic, but I know Hillel's talking about the speed of the internet.
The internet here is absurd. It is so blazing fast, way faster than anything I've seen in this country, and I come here literally every day to upload this vlog for you. So you have this guy to thank, because otherwise the vlog would take around 4 days to upload just to Joseph in New York to edit. And it would only reach you like 5 or 6 days later. So the fact that I'm publishing this is because I'm able to come to TeamUp every day to upload the video on the blazing fast internet.
So you're saying they're going to be thanking me or cursing me?
Well, if they're watching, presumably they're enjoying it. Anyway, so what's the plan?
What's the plan?
Yeah, what's next?
Probably beer at sometime around 4:30. Some coffee soon after.
I did warn you that he's very sarcastic, but yeah, expansion. You talk about
there
that?
are expansion plans. We're not talking about it just yet.
You're going into other cities.
We are backed by some big real estate investors out of the U.S.
Very cool.
Hopefully coming to a city near you soon, unless you're in Tel Aviv.
What's your call to action? Who do you want coming here?
So we have mostly technology firms that are actually set up here. There are a lot more than we actually thought existed in the city, which has been fantastic to find out.
There's a lot of tech in this small, well, it's not so small, but in Beit Shemesh, you wouldn't think there'd be so much tech, but there's a lot of tech here. There's some really amazing companies too.
And there's also a lot of support companies for tech-based businesses, whether it be marketing firms, whether it be other professional services. We have a pretty decent entrepreneurial community here in a small city of, 110,000 people?
And no one else is servicing them except for you, basically.
And there are other locations, but I would say in terms of professional workspace, we're probably not really competing with some of the other guys out there.
Just keep at it, because I need this internet. Otherwise, the vlog will suffer. What are you doing right now? What's he doing? What are you doing?
It's my ADD.
By the way, I should say that I know your wife even longer than I know you. That's right. I went to elementary school with your wife since like first grade. It's pretty unbelievable. Anyway, that is where we're going to end this segment.
Again, and my wife is 52 right now, so that's...
I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She's really gonna. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. Anyway, thanks, Mayer. Keep rocking and keep having me as your guest.
Sir.
Appreciate it. Cool.